I believe the world is mine and everything in it, and it's just a matter of time for me to actually have it in my hands.
We're going to be going over all the price action from last week, all the trades that may be money.
Yeah, I got a ring now, but guess what? I'm the same person that used to wear fake rings.
So I have one student, he just bought a new car. He just bought a C7 Corvette. And then another student, he's in the Bahamas right now.
I'm gonna miss trades. There's a lot of times, like I said, you're gonna be driving somewhere. There's a lot of times I'm driving somewhere. There's a lot of times I'm taking somewhere, and that's just family too. We live to work. Y'all live to have fun. We're different. You can't think about the past because the past doesn't exist. You can't think about the future because the future doesn't exist. All you can worry about is where you are right now. And then simultaneously, as the devil's like throwing all these obstacles in our way, trying to see if we're going to fold, God is trying to see if we're also going to fold. He's trying to see if we're worthy.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another video. I'm Andre Diaz, a 22-year-old day trader, content creator, entrepreneur, whatever you want to call me. Just know that today is going to be a day of value. I have a whole lot of one-on-one calls. I think I have 6 to 7 one-on-one calls scheduled today from 3 o'clock to 6:30. It's 9:30 right now. I got a group call with the team. We're going to be going over all the price action from last week, all the trades that may be money, all the trades that I missed. We're going over everything from all the price action from last week. So that's the goal as right now. My lip had a blister and it looks like it's bleeding, but it's just dried blood from my lip being dry and then cracked. It looks crazy, but it looks worse than it feels. Keep it 1,000. But with that being said, I'm gonna give you guys some clips. If you wanna work with me one-on-one to get access to the team, I got one more spot left. So if you think you're fit, apply down below. You can get access to the team, the daily live calls, everything already below. Live trading, one-on-one calls, and the group calls that we're about to do right now. So give you a sneak peek, enjoy the free game. Let's get the Saturday started right. And then I'm gonna get this all out for y'all. Let's get to work. But I'm gonna just go over what the ideal trade would have been regardless. First thing I noticed is since it was an overall bearish day, ideally we would have been looking for shorts on Monday. Why? Because going into the beginning of the week, the last 1, 2, 3 days, we're all bearish. So what are the chances of the fourth day also being bearish? Just more likely than unlikely. That doesn't mean it's guaranteed. It's just a probability game. I don't know what trades are gonna hit TP. I don't know what trades are gonna hit break even. I don't know what trades are gonna hit stop loss. All I can do is take advantage of where we are right now. All I can do is take advantage of getting in the trade. I can't control where it's gonna go. So it doesn't look like it had much of a retracement. If I were to pull a fib from that previous high to the current low, before we started this little minuscule retracement, we are nowhere near the 38.20% level. So this is a good example of a trending environment. What is a trending environment? A trending environment is more than less times when price is just straight in one direction. It's not really doing much besides just go straight one direction. This is usually because price is going somewhere based off the higher time frame. So in this case, let's see where the ideal trade would have been. So for the most part, London session going into New York session was a lot of range. It was just ranging, but there's still price action here that you could have been able to take advantage of. Because if we look to the left, at the high of the day, which was from London, we had left this gap behind. Now this gap got traded into many times. It traded into this gap multiple times. But besides that gap, if we also look to the right, where are we at? If you also see, we're at big figure level 39,000. So off rip, we're already starting to get a little bit of confluences to why price is doing what it's doing in this specific area. So we had 39,000 big figure level along with the 1 hour for value gap right there. Now the main thing is time. What time did this happen before the main drop? The main drop was at 9 o'clock. We traded into it at 7. We traded back into it at 8. We came back into it at 9. But that is our time to trade. In my opinion, this is looking like it would have been the ideal trade opportunity based off the fact that you would have wanted to see price continue moving bearish, that you wanted to see price have a continuation lower. The only thing in this case would possibly be maybe if your stop loss would have got hit, but if you would have had 50 to 100 point stop loss in this range, getting in with the safest possible entry at this 1 hour for value gap, why would you be looking for shorts? Because the previous multiple days were bearish. And why would you be looking to short here? Because I pulled a fib and the closest fib area was like all the way up here. So unless price is just going to completely flip bullish and then I just would have been wrong, I'm not looking for longs. So we would have been over here looking for about a 100 point stop loss. What about the entry, the safest entry being at that gap? Let me annotate this for you guys. So at 9:30 in the morning, we traded into the 1 hour for value gap along with 39,000 big figure level, and we were overall bearish. Now in terms of other confirmation, there really isn't other confirmation besides this.
Like, this is pretty self-explanatory. All you really would have needed to see to be able to be willing to take this trade. It was no fib. It was just following the trend at the right time with a big figure level and imbalance. Not even imbalance. It was a fair value gap. This is a full fair value gap. And if you just would have been looking for a simple trade, a simple 1 to 2, this could have been a nice, easy trade. This is a trade that ended up running crazy. This is a trade that if I would have held this Monday trade, I wouldn't have traded all week. If I could have caught a 1 to 9 in one trade, I would have not traded all week. I can guarantee you, I would have not traded all week. But like I always tell you guys, we can't control whether we know it's gonna go to a 1 to 9 or 1 to 10. This trade that I caught Monday could have went to a 1 to 10. I took it out at 1 to 2. I made 2,000 on the live account, 2,000 on the funded account. But that same trade had the possibility to go to a 1 to 10. It just comes down to maybe leaving a runner. It just comes down to maybe being a little bit more confident to hold the trade. But to each their own, you can't control where it's going to go. All you can control is where you're going to get in, which is what's important. The 931 hour fair value gap at the 39,000 big figure level, following the overall bearish trend going here. Because we're going to be on a new monthly candle as of right now, going into next week. First thing I noticed is we did come all the way down here and kind of fill in these gaps, those lower area gaps. So I do think price is in a possible spot where we could be getting ready to go overall bullish, because we did retrace into this major area where there was a lot of consolidation before. So what do you guys always know? The same stuff that's on the lower time frames, on the higher time frames, that consolidation with a break before going higher, with a retracement. Where do you think that all shit comes from? Look, what if I told you consolidation, the break before we push up and retrace? Doesn't this look like this, just in a, it's like the same shit, it's just different time frames. It's all does the same shit, but it's in a situation where this could get ready to start pushing higher, or it's getting in a position to where we can get possible sell entries, sell stuff to be able to take price lower. But it's really just taking advantage of where we are in the day to day. Like, I'm not gonna buy just based off of where we are here, because that Monday could open and just drop, and that is take a loss, and then it just goes higher anyway. Trading the higher time frame is a lot different versus the lower time frame. The higher time frame is going to give you an idea on what's going to happen. It's going to give you an understanding of why the market is doing what it's doing, why it's going up, why we had this big drop. People are probably thinking, why we have this big old drop? It was needed. All we did was retrace into an area that had a gap, and then we're starting to reject it. Now, if I go to the weekly time frame, look at how this starts looking. Like, these same areas, these candles that are forming, it looks like price is getting ready to start going higher. Now, I'm just going to follow the market. My main thing is if price starts to push, I'm just going to keep following it. Simple as that. That's just my idea. I don't try to overcomplicate the higher time frame, because until the market opens, there's not really much I can say. But I'm overall bullish, just to keep it simple. Overall bullish as of right now. Like I told you guys a little bit earlier in the call, majority of the indexes, US 30, NAS 100, S&P 500, they're going up a lot of the time. Now, that doesn't mean to say that shorts are never going to be able to play out. You're never going to make money on shorts. But in terms of probability wise, the shorts aren't as likely as the longs. Like, right now, we're in a situation to where I really want to possibly start holding some runners for longs, because if we just start pushing and pushing and pushing and get back to these all-time highs, that's 6,000 points away. Even if you hold that on a little ass contract or a little ass lot size, that's a couple $1,000s, and this could get hit in a couple weeks. This could get hit in a couple days. Who knows? You don't know. Like, all I could do is take advantage of where we are now. So if I see a trade, I just gotta hold it. If I see a trade, just gotta take advantage of it, because I don't know when we're gonna end up here. We can end up here in 2 years. We can end up here in a month. But it's just about taking advantage of where we are as of right now. Right now is the most important thing.
Done with the call and everything, but I was just talking to a couple of students. So I had one student, he just bought a new car. He just bought a C7 Corvette. And then another student, he's in the Bahamas right now. I just got back from Puerto Rico, so it's kind of good to see other students traveling. But he was inside the call the entire time. The call that you guys seen, I'll give you clips and everything. You more than likely already seen it. But he was inside the call from Bahamas, and he sent it after and everything. But look, about a 54-minute call, just for people wondering. But look at this. Look at this view in the Bahamas. Educational session is getting knowledge and just learning while on vacation. Then we have the other student up here. He's bought himself a C7, all red on red, red on red. I like these rims. You guys see my life and shit from trading, but it's good to be able to see other people changing their life the same exact way. Because if I could do it, you could do it. If they could do it, you could do it. If they could do it and I could do it and you could do it, everybody could do it. It's just about setting a plan of action and making it happen. No matter what, no excuses, nothing. I could have not recorded because I got a busted lip. No excuses. Show up every day, put the work in, because guess what? Nobody cares about your goals. Nobody cares about your aspirations. Nobody cares about your dreams besides you. So you got to make it happen, bro.
All right, right now, I'm about to go get some food and bring it back to the crib, and then I'm gonna take my girlfriend to work.
in a couple hours, and then when I take her to work, I got to start on my one-on-ones for the day. So there's going to be a lot of game. But first things first, we got to get to the car and go get some food. I'm about to go pick up some Yard House. If you don't know what Yard House is, it's like American food. And take a wild guess at what I got. For anybody that's new and don't know what my favorite meal, I love eating steak. I love eating fries. I love mashed potatoes, mac and cheese. I like all that normal, calm shit that like a steakhouse would have. And I get that shit like every day from different places. Matter of fact, let me let the car warm up. Let me not get ahead of myself. I'm just so ready for that steak. Still ready for it. But yeah, coolant level. Looks like I might have to add coolant to the car. So that's fun, yeah. Might just have to add coolant. I think I'm gonna do that later on, because I think I'm gonna get my car washed later also. So yeah, it's gonna be an eventful day. And one thing people can't tell me is that money changed me, because yeah, I got a ring now, but guess what? I'm the same person I used to wear fake rings. I'm the same person I used to have the little digital watches. So trust me, this is the same me. I just got a little bit more money, so I can get a little bit more expensive toys. Trust, I ain't changing. I'm the same person, only getting better, only going up. Doing wasn't working, you wouldn't have got a winning trading week. You wouldn't have made 3R last week and made 1R this week. You get what I'm saying? It wouldn't have happened. Now that you have the data on it, it's just about getting the information to be able to tweak. Maybe that 1R could have been 2R. Maybe that 3R could have been 4R. It's just a matter of now kind of getting the information to be able to tweak it. Maybe it's the average stop loss. Maybe you're better in longs and shorts. Maybe you're better trading a certain session. Maybe you're better trading a certain pair. Maybe you're better when you wake up and you're in a good mood. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was just an example, just based off of just like, say if it's just, because that's something that could change over time, but something like that. But once you have the info now, then we can actually tweak certain things. But you're doing good though. Like, profitability is not easy, even if it's just one trade.
I know that. Yeah, and like to give you a better understanding, I'm trading your strategy. I don't know if you remember, but yeah, I'm trading like really the same way as you.
To understand that too, because you're gonna miss trades. There's a lot of times, like I said, you're gonna be driving somewhere. There's a lot of times I'm driving somewhere. There's a lot of times I'm taking somewhere, and that's just family too. Like a lot of times when you're around family too, you're gonna have to do things like that. But that's reality. Being a full-time trader, things get in the way, and when it's your full-time job, it happens. In between, and sometimes it sucks, but hey, that's the reality of it. Wins, losses, break evens, miss some trades, you win some trades. That's just what comes down to it. That's the life of a trader for you.
All right, I'm back at the crib and everything. Got the car cleaned and look, okay. So before I hop on this third call, let's go outside to the balcony and look at this. He said he'll call me in about 10 minutes, I bet. Look at this, you can hear the music and everything from all the people down there. They're wilding. Here, I'll give you a better, look down there. All the people are here in the line and everything going up. It's like a concert or a festival. Whatever they're doing, they be doing some shit every weekend, but all these cars over here, parked everywhere is from all of them. The traffic for me to get up here is because of them, but it's a beautiful day. Hey, do y'all thing. I'm gonna get up here and get back to work. We live to work, y'all live to have fun. We're different. That's all good, but how was your trading week? I'm gonna be moving around and stuff just because I'm kind of just doing shit in the living room, but I got you on my headsets, and that's why I put you right here, because now you just, you know what I'm saying, you good. But I'm just walking around. But how's your trading week though? The best thing to do whenever you're like in, not even in drawdown, but whenever you like go through a little period of kind of just losing, the best thing you could do is just go in with a clean slate, because every day is gonna be a new day, every day is a new opportunity. Just because you took an L last Friday doesn't mean you're gonna take an L Monday, doesn't mean you're gonna take an L Tuesday. It's just about understanding that every day is its own opportunity. You can't think about the past because the past doesn't exist. You can't think about the future because the future doesn't exist. All you can worry about is where you are right now, and then what can you control right now? Doing the same thing that made you $1,100, doing the same thing that was able to manage risk and only lose $300. You get what I'm saying? It's just about going back and just doing the same thing. The main thing is just gonna be a mental thing. If you've never really gone through the losing periods and then got out of them, you're not gonna know how to control it. You're not gonna know how to handle yourself yet. It's just a matter of just doing it anyway, because if you can get out of the drawdown now, that's just gonna build confidence in yourself for the next time it happens. If you can get out of drawdown, or if you can make the W's, or if you can make that loss back, it's just gonna build confidence that next time it happens, you're gonna be able to do it. But if you've never done it before, you're gonna kind of think to yourself, is it possible? What if I do this? It's just because the unknown, if that makes sense. But it really just comes down to experience. Like you going in Monday and continuing to do the same thing, regardless how you feel, regardless of the loss on Friday, it's just gonna instill the discipline
to be able to do it again. It's just going to instill the confidence so that next time you're going to have more confidence to be able to do it again versus kind of being doubtful and not really knowing how to get back into it after taking a loss. You know losses are going to happen. You know your strategy works. You know the system works. Now it's just a matter of not getting in your own way, because if you take an L, okay, it's cool. The main thing now is how are you going to feel? Are you going to try to make that loss back? Are you going to try to force something afterwards? What is going to be the result of how you feel because of that loss now? The loss in itself is doable, but it's always the result of what that loss ends up making us end up doing. Like, we take ourselves out the game 99% of the time. All right, Marco, unfortunately, is not going to show up for this call. Marco, if you're watching this, I better see you next weekend. Better see your ass next weekend. But right now, I'm about to give you guys some real life advice. When something unexpected comes up, I have 30 minutes that is free right now that I wasn't originally gonna have. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spend that time cleaning up this crib, because I like having a clean crib. I like having clean shit, clean mind, clean car, everything's clean. I like to be fucking clean. I like to have a mental clean space. I don't know about you guys, but that's what I like to do. So I'm gonna take advantage of the 30 minutes, clean all the shit in the crib, and then I'm gonna hop on the next call. So more game coming soon. Number 4 for the day, pretty sure. Would have been 5 if, Yo.
Yo.
What's going on, Birdie? How you doing?
Hey, man. How are you?
Shit, just another day, you know how it is. That's not bad. Now, yeah, the main thing with lower time frames, like, there's nothing against lower time frames. It's just really just a matter of preference, me personally. If I feel as if you're on the lower time frames, you're gonna have to have a lot more possible trade entries. You're gonna have a lot more opportunities. You're just gonna have to be there for a lot more of it. And it's gonna also take a lot more discipline, a lot more precision to be able to understand which trade is gonna be the one that actually plays out. But there's nothing wrong with the lower time frames. To each their own. I just like the higher time frames because it gives me a little bit of a more broad perspective of what's overall happening. Because if you can get an overall broad perspective based off the higher time frame, it's a lot easier to be able to dictate whether you think prices are gonna go up or down for this individual day. Because if you understand the overall perspective, all we really need is not even for the whole day. We just got to understand where the market is going to be going for the next hour, 2 hours when we're day trading. So it's just, you'd always just want to keep that in mind. All right, just got done my little workout. Now I'm about to go pick my girlfriend up from work. I was listening to a couple of different podcasts. Not gonna lie, the podcasts I was listening to today were pretty informative. Was listening to How the Devil Controls You. And then I was basically just explaining how the devil basically tries to use your bad habits, use your temptations, use all these things against you. But simultaneously, as the devil's like throwing all these obstacles in our way, trying to see if we're going to fold, God is trying to see if we're also going to fold. He's trying to see if we're worthy of the life that we want. Because when the devil throws temptations at you, you're supposed to be strong enough. We are strong enough to accomplish everything that we ever wanted to accomplish. It's just a matter of actually doing it. And most people don't actually do it. Most people don't have the mindset and belief in themselves that it is possible. But it is possible. You just got to believe in yourself. It is possible. Tell yourself that every single day you wake up. It is possible. You can be rich. You can be worthy of this. You can have the life that you want. You can have that high rise. You can have that supercar. You can have that life that you want. Trust me, tell yourself this shit every day because it's going to go a long way. How you look at the world is everything. I believe the world is mine. I believe the world is mine and everything in it. And it's just a matter of time for me to actually have it in my hands. And that's why I work the way I do. That's why I'm working for my team the way I do. That's why I'm working on my charts the way I do. How you do one thing is how you do everything. Don't let the devil take you out of the game. You're stronger than that. We're going to have temptations. We're going to have obstacles. We're going to have things that require us to be stronger than we may think we are. But we are strong enough, and we can do it. So don't get in your own way. Do the work. I'm in my clean car right now. After hitting a nice workout, I'm feeling good. Got my diamonds on, got my watch on. It's a great feeling. It's a feeling that I can't give you. I can't give you the feeling of accomplishment. I can't give you the feeling of a successful workout, a successful day. I had 6 one-on-one calls today, plus a group one-on-one, plus a group call this morning, plus I went to the gym, plus I'm getting all this content for you guys, plus I'm getting content for Instagram, YouTube, posting reels, giving value, helping my team in terms of the systems and funnels and everything. It's just, when you're a boss, it costs. So with that being said, I'm gonna go get my girlfriend. This little fucking garage rant is coming to an end. But yeah, it takes me time. I went from the 9th floor going to the 1st floor right now. So that's a little 2 minutes of driving for you guys. All right, team, right now, I'm tired of shit. Editing the video, just ate my food and everything, watching some Netflix. I'm tired. My lip is getting a little bit better. It's not that bad. The ring, sparkling. It's beautiful. I love it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's a little bit of a longer video. I try to add as much education aside of it. I didn't add all the one-on-one calls, and I definitely didn't add the full recordings. It was a whole lot of talking today, a whole lot of calls, but that's what my weekends are for. The market's closed, so I give my time to the team because that's what I'm here for. I like helping people. That's why I give you guys free content every single day, even though I make zero money from YouTube. I wouldn't say zero money, but I make little to nothing from the YouTube ads and everything. It is what it is. I just love making videos. I love doing what I do. I love helping people. So if you enjoyed it, like, comment, subscribe. If you want to work with me one-on-one, I got that one spot left for the April. So you think you're a good fit, apply down below. You can work with me one-on-one, get access to all the live calls, get access to the course, the content course, the one-on-one calls, everything for a lifetime. First in the description. I love you guys. Stay safe, stay busy, stay productive. I'm see you in tomorrow's video.